Hey, this is Dr. A with the blog for you today of just a short blog on what I like to call toxic communication and how you can figure out what's going on and what you need to do about it. There are several signposts that I want you to think about so that you can tell that people are communicating with you in a toxic way. Now remember, when you put garbage into something, garbage has to come out of that something. So if someone is dumping toxic communication into you, that's going to have to come out of you. One of the ways that you can tell in your workplace that you have been a victim of toxic communication by a toxic communicator is the person who won't say something to you directly. These people are sarcastic. They do what I call drive-bys by mouth. They say mean and nasty things, and then they say, oh, I really didn't mean that. I was just kidding. And they are just lying. So here's an example. Jane comes up to you and she says, wow, I see you really like that outfit. This is the second time you've worn it this week. Now, Jane just said something mean and nasty to you. She did a drive-by by mouth. How do you deal with Jane? You look at Jane, you look at her in the eye, and you say, now I want you to write this down when you get an opportunity, so play this video again. You say to Jane, wow, Jane, that sounded like a barb. Did you really mean it that way? And then you give her one of those famous smiles. Wow, Jane, that sounded like a barb. Did you really mean it that way? Jane is going to say no, that she was just kidding. She's just lying. But the point of that strategy is that you just want to bring that behavior to her attention and to let her know that you know what she's doing. The second kind of toxic behavior you will probably deal with in the workplace is, and not just in the workplace, but in life in general, I want to make that clear, is that you will probably deal with someone who likes to gossip and talk about other people behind their backs. These people are toxic because they're not brave enough to deal with and talk about people to their face. Easy solution. You say, Jane, hold on a minute. I know you want to tell me everything about John, but let me go get John and then you tell us both. You have that? Jane, hold on a minute. I know you want to tell us everything about John, but just hold on a minute so I can go get John and you can tell us both. There you go. Jane will stop that craziness immediately because if Jane wanted to tell John, she would have invited him anyway. The point is, you're letting Jane know, I am not willing to discuss other people with you behind their backs. Because to use a word that my 14-year-old grandson would say, Jane, I'm just not rolling like that. The third toxic communicator in the workplace will probably be that person that is a combination of the two. They don't speak directly, they're sarcastic, and they do it behind other people's backs, and they do it in the form of an email. They say things about people in the form of an email. They might even be the ones who like to do those incessant carbon copy, CC, courtesy copy, or BCC, and they're doing a BCC or the CC on every single thing. They're toxic. When they do something that's hurtful in an email, here's what you do. You don't respond through email. You go to them directly and you say, Jane, this email was very inappropriate and hurtful. In the future, if you have something that you'd like to discuss with me, or if there's something you'd like to discuss about me, Jane, I would appreciate it if you would have that discussion with me directly. Can we agree that you can do that, Jane? You notice how I put that smile at the end of them all? You want Jane to know that the behavior is inappropriate, that you're calling her on it, and that you're giving her a solution that she can agree to do. Easy. So there you have it. 3 toxic communicators and 3 toxic communicator signposts that with strategies for you to deal with each one. So this is Dr. A, the gap closer, reminding you that we all have gaps and we all need to close those gaps. Have a great day. Love you, my sister.